You've been brainwashed by your own excuses. This challenge is your reset button. You don't even realize it, but every single time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, a part of your power dies. Every excuse you've made has built a prison around your potential, brick by brick. And you've been living in it and we're comfortably. And now it's time to shatter that false comfort and face the raw truth. You are not tired. You are not confused. You are not just waiting for the right moment. You are brainwashed. And this 3-day challenge is the detox your soul has been begging for. Let's get one thing straight. Your mind has become addicted to your limitations. It's addicted to doubt, addicted to distraction, addicted to the easy way out. Why? Because it's safe, because it's familiar. Because if you keep telling yourself that you're not ready, you don't have to face what's possible. Because possibility is terrifying. It demands change. It demands accountability. And let's be honest, accountability is uncomfortable, but comfort is killing you. You don't need 3 years of therapy. You don't need to read 10 more self-help books. You need 3 days of unfiltered truth with yourself, 3 days of no excuses, 3 days where you take full ownership of your time, your energy, your decisions. This challenge isn't about proving anything to anyone else. It's about waking up the sleeping giant inside of you that's been buried under the noise of your own lies. The first thing we do, we cut the crap. No more I'll try. No more maybe later. For 3 days, you speak like a leader. You act like a champion. You walk like your life depends on it, because it does. You don't get the life you dream about by hoping. You get it by becoming a different person. And you can't become a different person while thinking the same lazy thoughts every morning. Every excuse you've ever made came dressed in a disguise that looked like logic. I'm tired. I'm too busy. I'm not good enough. You bought those lies, and every time you did, you gave away a piece of your life. But now you see it for what it is, brainwashing, a pattern, a habit, a virus in your operating system. And guess what? You are the antidote, not some guru, not some program. You are the cure. But only if you choose it. Day one, you wake up and you do something that scares the hell out of you. You speak up. You show up. You shut down the voice in your head that says, what if, and replace it with you watch me. This is not about motivation. It's about command. You're not here to feel better. You're here to take over. This is war, and your battlefield is your mind. Day two, you track every thought like it's a criminal trying to rob your future, because it is. Every single thought that says, you're not good enough, you can't do this, no one will care, you catch it and you call it out. You don't entertain it. You don't reason with it. You obliterate it. Write it. Your mind becomes a sacred space. And no negativity gets to live there rent-free anymore. Day three, you rewrite the script loudly, repetitively. You tell yourself what you're becoming, not what you've been. I am powerful. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am disciplined. And it doesn't matter if you believe it at first. Your job is not to believe it. Your job is to repeat it until it becomes louder than the doubt. That's how brainwashing works. That's how the old program took over. So now you use the same tool, but with power instead of poison. This challenge will not be easy, but it will change you. You will be tempted to quit. Your mind will beg for the old routine. But every time you resist, you reclaim yourself. Every second you push through is a win against the enemy inside. This challenge isn't just about mindset. It's about identity. It's about identity. Who you were is not who you have to be. And who you're becoming is begging you to fight for them. You want success? Get honest. You want confidence? Get consistent. You want peace? Get disciplined. There is no shortcut. There is no trick. Just brutal truth, daily decisions, and the willingness to let go of who you were for who you're meant to be. You've been waiting for a sign. This is it. You've been looking for something that will finally snap you out of autopilot. This is it. You've been lying to yourself for years, convincing yourself that this is just the way life is. It's not. You've just been hypnotized by excuses. But not anymore. 3 days. 3 days of raw, unfiltered action. This is your reset button. And this time when you press it, you don't go back. You rise. You are not lazy. You're distracted. You are not unmotivated. You're overstimulated. And the people who told you to just try harder don't understand the battlefield you wake up on every day. Your mind has been hijacked by noise, by pressure, by opinions that don't belong to you. And the worst part, you've been trained to chase everything except yourself. You wake up and your first thought is about someone else. Your first move is to scroll. Your energy leaks before your feet even touch the ground. You are living in a world that benefits from your distraction. And if you don't fight for your focus, they will keep stealing it from you. Stealing it from you. This challenge isn't about detoxing your diet. It's about detoxing your dopamine. Your attention is currency, and you've been giving it away like it's worthless. For the next 3 days, you take it back. You reclaim your power by doing the one thing that terrifies the world, sitting in silence and listening to yourself. Not music, not noise, just you. Because deep down you know this. If you sat quietly long enough, you'd hear the truth. Yee. And the truth is, you are meant for more, but you've been too distracted to step into it. You can't grow in chaos. You can't heal when your mind is cluttered. And you sure as hell can't lead your life when you're following everybody else's. This challenge forces you to unplug, not just from the internet, but from the versions of you that only exist to perform. You don't need to post it. You don't need to prove it. You just need to live it. You want clarity? Sit alone without reaching for your phone. You want peace? Stop asking 20 people for advice on a decision you already know the answer to. The problem isn't that you don't know who you are. It's that you're never quiet long enough to hear her speak. On day one, you silence the noise. You don't respond immediately. You don't scroll endlessly. You don't drown discomfort with distraction. You face yourself, raw, real, and unfiltered. You don't numb your emotions, you name them. You don't escape your insecurities, you observe them. Most people are running from themselves so fast, they don't even realize they're lost, but not you. You stop. You listen, you reconnect. Day 2, you audit your inputs. Every single thing you consume is shaping your mindset. The songs you play, the voices you listen to, the accounts you follow. Every input is programming your mind like software. If you keep feeding it garbage, don't be surprised when it runs like trash. But once you control what you consume, you control what you create. And that's when everything shifts. Because the moment you realize you don't need more stimulation, you need more intention, that's when you become dangerous. Forward. Day 3, you become your own source. You wake up and you don't ask for energy. You create it. You don't wait for motivation. You generate it. You don't check to see what everyone else is doing. You ask yourself what you need to do. That's what changes the game. Because the most magnetic people in the world, they're not the loudest. They're not the trendiest. They are the ones who know how to protect their energy. Their calm is a weapon. Their focus is sacred. Their mind is home, and no one else gets to live there without permission. That's what this challenge does. It reminds you that you don't need a bigger following. You need a stronger foundation. You don't need to go viral. You need to go inward. You don't need to prove your worth. You need to protect your peace. For 3 days, you stop outsourcing your power. You stop asking the world to validate your existence. And instead, you anchor into yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. No one tells you how much energy you lose by pretending, by performing, by people-pleasing. But when you focus on your energy, your clarity, your boundaries, something wild happens. Your anxiety fades, your insecurity weakens, your decisions get faster, your vision gets sharper, and suddenly you don't need everyone to understand you because you finally understand yourself. That's the real flex. Not hustle, not hype, stillness, discipline, clarity. That's how you win. Not by running faster, but by removing everything that's slowing you down. So when you see people who are peaceful in a chaotic world, they're not lucky, they're intentional. When you meet someone who's clear, calm, and grounded, they weren't born that way. They trained for it. They chose silence over noise, focus over drama, depth over attention. And now you will too. This is not about isolating yourself from the world. It's about insulating your mind from its madness. You're not here to escape reality. You're here to create your own. A reality where your thoughts aren't hijacked by every alert, where your mood isn't dictated by every headline, where your peace doesn't crumble under pressure. You want freedom? Start with your attention. Start with your mind. Start with your silence. Because when you master that, no one can touch you. You don't get to complain about a life you keep choosing. Let that hit. Every time you lower your standards to keep the peace, every time you silence your voice to avoid conflict, every time you let someone cross a line because you're afraid of being a too much, you're voting against yourself. And then you wonder why you feel resentful. You wonder why you feel heavy. You wonder why people keep treating you like your boundaries don't exist, because you trained them that way. It's not enough to want peace. You have to protect it like your soul depends on it, because it does. Your peace is not a luxury. It is your foundation. And if you don't guard it, they will keep stealing it with guilt trips, manipulation, backhanded compliments, fake apologies, and drama dressed up as love. Don't get it twisted. Anyone who benefits from your lack of boundaries will see your self-respect as an attack. But that's not your problem, Ma. That's their wound. That's their issue with control. And if you're not careful, you'll keep betraying yourself just to make someone else comfortable. And every time you do that, a part of you dies. You've been taught to confuse silence with kindness. But let's get something straight. Being calm doesn't mean being passive. Being peaceful doesn't mean being a doormat. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's survival. You are not here to fix people who refuse to grow. You are not here to entertain disrespect because you're scared of being alone. You are here to lead yourself, and that means choosing peace even when it costs you approval. Here's the truth nobody told you. Every time you protect your peace, you might lose someone. But every time you don't, you lose yourself. And the world will keep clapping for you as long as you stay small, silent, and sweet. But the moment you raise your standards, you will trigger everyone who is benefiting from the old you. Let them be triggered. Let them talk. Let them call you it changed. That's the point. You didn't do all this inner work just to stay palatable. You want to know who really loves you. Watch how they respond when you set a boundary. Watch how they act when you say no. If someone needs you to shrink to love you, that's not love. That's control. That's control. And you're done participating in your own destruction just to make someone else feel powerful. Peace isn't found. It's created. And it's created through difficult conversations, unapologetic decisions, and fierce self-respect. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone who's committed to misunderstanding you. You don't have to justify your healing. You don't have to beg anyone to stay. Your peace is your priority, and anything that threatens it, no matter how familiar, no matter how attractive, no matter how long it's been around, has to go. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip. Let them walk. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be free. The truth is, most people don't want peace. They want permission. They want someone to validate their people-pleasing. They want to feel okay about staying stuck. But you're different. You're ready to feel powerful, not just liked. And that means drawing a line. That means saying, this is who I am now, and letting the chips fall where they may. Your peace is the most expensive thing you own. Don't give it away like it's cheap. Protect it with your boundaries. Guard it with your standards. Defend it with your discipline. Pure. And when someone tries to make you feel guilty for choosing yourself, just smile and remember, peace never has to scream to be heard. You are not here to play small. You are not here to fit in. You are not here to keep the same energy as people who drain you. You are here to rise. And rising requires silence. It requires space. It requires fierce protection of your energy, even when it feels lonely, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because when you stay true to your peace, the right people find you. The kind of people who don't need to be entertained, who don't feed off drama, who don't punish you for your growth. These are the ones who walk beside you without noise, without guilt, without expectations. And that's when everything shifts. You will feel lighter, clearer, sharper. You will stop second-guessing yourself. You will start attracting peace because you are finally living in it, not talking about it, not pretending, but living it fully, fiercely, and unapologetically. So let this be your reminder. Your peace is not optional. It's not a reward you earn for being a good enough. It is your right. And it begins the moment you decide that protecting your energy is more important than pleasing people who don't even know the real you.